What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of our Intercareer mode here on FIFA 20 in season 3 of Trophy Hunter. And if you haven't watched the first 2 seasons, go ahead and check those out. We were at Liverpool, and but now, since we've won all 4 trophies there, we've moved on, and here we are now at Inter. We're going to try and win the 3 major trophies here, the Coppa Italia, and then we're going to try and win the Champions League as well as Serie A with Inter. And we're going to go ahead in our first episode, take a look around, see what we can do transfer-wise as well. And then take a look around at the club, talk about Trophy Hunter just a little bit more as we push forward to get through these 5 teams. And we are on number 2. And if you haven't already, guys, go follow me on Twitter. I'm going to start doing updates on there a little bit more frequently. And that's probably the easiest way to get in touch with me when it comes to whatever you need to get in touch with me with, as well as comments and that sort of thing. But the messaging system on here isn't super great on YouTube, and Twitter's really easy to use, and I just recommend it if you want to keep up to date with everything we do here on the channel. But for now, we're going to take a look around. We're first going to start with the squad. I think for this we are going to try and play the 5 at the back, or the 2 wing-back system that they play, but I've changed it just a touch. And what we've got here is 5 at the back, and then for the moment it's Asamoah, Skriniar, De Vrij, and Godin, and then D'Ambrosio, and then we've got Brozovic and Vecino in midfield, Barella at cam for the moment, and then Lukaku and Martinez up front. And then we got some good players on the bench: Politano, Sensi, Gagliardini, all good players. Sanchez, we'll see about him. Not a player, maybe if I had Football Manager, not a player I'd necessarily want around on the high wages and things of that nature, but he's only here on loan, I believe, so we'll have to see. Candreva is a good player. Valero's a good player, though 34. So there's a lot of older players here that we're kind of dealing with Sanchez at 30, Candreva at 32, Valero at 34. There's some good players coming through. Esposito's 16, 65 overall. He's going to get rather good. Ranocchia's 31, another center back that we have there in our group of 4. Bastoni, only 20 years old, should be relatively good. And then we don't have too much else here. Agumi, 17 years old, maybe someone we loan out perhaps. DeMarco, 21, should get decent. And Baraghi as well on the bench. So what we are looking for in terms of reinforcements, I think another striker. Politano can play up front, but he can also, for me, play the cam role a little bit. I think we're pretty decent in midfield. I think we want to bring in a high-profile cam, another center back, a backup that can grow, a right back, as well as another striker. And then I think that'll be pretty good going into the new year. As for sales, I don't think we're going to do too many. We may do 1 or 2 here and there, depending on what kind of offers we get, but other than that, I'm pretty good on what we have at the moment. If we do bring in a proper center attacking mid, I think I'm going to move Barella back into this Vecino spot, and we'll swap him. We'll put Brozovic here, and then Barella, and then our new cam. We'll have to see. Lukaku, someone I'm actually a bit of a fan of, because I think that he kind of gets constantly played in the wrong system, or at least he was at United. And I don't know, I think he gets a little bit of stick for something that wasn't too much his fault. He's been scoring goals at Inter, though, playing him a little bit better. He's always scoring goals for Belgium, so I think that's just them. But we'll go ahead and take a look. We're going to get rid of all these because nothing there is super important. But we'll take a look at the office here. As you can see, 48 million, but we have a ton of wage budget, so we can kind of bring that closer to 63-ish, and 150 million pound a week, or 150,000 pound a week in wage budget. And we can also take a look at the transfer hub really quick. We may go for a player here and there, or possibly today, as we look forward. I think I am going to go for a player today. I think if I am going to go for a player today, it'll be at right back. Just waiting for a couple of these to come in as well. But For the cam spot, Lorenzo Insigne from a rival will be very difficult. Christian Eriksen, someone who's probably leaving Tottenham, and Real Madrid, Barcelona, those types of clubs haven't come calling yet. We'll see what happens in January, but maybe someone we can sneak in on. Bruno Fernandes, someone who's still at Sporting, probably deserves to be playing at a bigger club. And James Rodriguez, someone Real Madrid are trying to get rid of. And Dani Olmo, a really good player, very versatile, can play all over the place. Though we don't use a left mid and a right mid, can definitely play that cam spot. Young, Spanish, should be a decent buy. Should we go after him? Center back, Eric Bailly, someone who's fallen out of favor at United, can do a job for us as a backup. Already good enough, really, to come in and play that role. Nathan Ake, someone who's very good, probably a little bit better than Bournemouth, if you want to say that. There are some big clubs he could play for me. Ferro at Benfica, one of their good youngsters. Benfica always have a couple players here and there that end up being really good. And then Konate, he's at Leipzig, someone who grows to be very good. Would be that backup option to start, but probably take Godin's spot if we're here for an extended period of time, though we don't necessarily want to. And then right back, Ricardo Pereira, someone who's very good at Leicester, but may be tempted a little bit by the prestige that Inter bring. Hector Bellerin, this is just a good FIFA buy. I don't properly rate him in real life, but a good FIFA buy. Yusuf Attal, right back. He's a proper right wing back, can also play at right wing if necessary. So if we want to push the wingers forward a little bit, or if we want to push the two wing backs forward and make it a flat line in midfield, he can slot in there no problem, along with Asamoah. Kenny Tete, a good proper player from Lyon. And then Hisaj, I'm not sure how you say it, Hisaj, Hisai, however you may say it, 25, Napoli. He's our fourth option, so hopefully I won't have to butcher that name too much more. I'm normally really good with names. Unfortunately, that one I've never heard actually said, so I have a difficult time. But that's kind of where I'm looking right now. And hopefully we'll go after a right back should these come in today. But we'll have to see. But we are on the second team of Trophy Hunter, for those who don't know. Liverpool was the first team we did. And it took us 2 years to win all 4 trophies there. We're hoping that we can do that we're hoping in a year, genuinely, we can win all 3, or we are in all 3. With Inter, of course. Champions League, we're in it already. We can actually go take a look at the schedule and see our group. It's the proper group, the real life group, but it's Slavia Prague, and then we have Barcelona and Dortmund, so a very difficult group to start. And our season starts off relatively early, as you can see, in August with Lecce, and then Cagliari, then our first gap, and then it kind of gets difficult with Udinese, Champions League game, Milan, Lazio, and then Sampdoria. So it's going to be relatively difficult this start of ours, but we're going to try and win all 3 trophies. And it took us 2 years with Liverpool. Hopefully it doesn't go too long with Inter, as we've got some other teams on the docket: Wolfsburg, Betis, Lyon, who are going to need a little bit of building, especially the first two, Betis and Wolfsburg. We're going to need to build up the squads a little bit, so it's going to take a little bit longer. We gave ourselves a 20-season limit with this. We are on season 3, so if we can get this done in 2 seasons, we can put ourselves in a really good spot. As for the games we're going to show, we went through the entire first season, but it is already December, late December. And we want to get this done before the new year comes, and we have 20 seasons to get through. So we are not going to play every single game on camera. I think we're going to do 4 games an episode, 4 or 5, depending. I think we're going to do 4, and then depending on how well we do trophy-wise, we'll lower it just a little bit more. So if we win the league next year, we'll kind of just focus on the cups, kind of like we did with Liverpool. After winning the league, we focused on the other cups. But to start, we're going to do the 4 games an episode. So like next we'll do Lecce, and then we'll do Cagliari, Udinese, and Slavia Prague all in one episode. We'll sim 1, play 3 games, We're always going to play 3 games. So it'll be a little bit quicker as we move through. I mean, look at, so next, the second episode, so it'll be up to 3, and then we'd have Milan, Lazio, Sampdoria, and Barcelona in one episode. So, you know, some tough ones in there. Tough cutting out some of these games, but we'll have to just for the sake of time. But hopefully it goes relatively smoothly, so we can sim our way through. Hopefully we win this tournament here and grab ourselves a little bit of extra money. I'm not thinking about buying anybody, as we were talking about, so is what it's going to be. But Politano grabbing us a point late. It's a difficult little tournament we've been put into here. As you can see, Valencia, Leverkusen, Benfica. It's going to be relatively difficult to win this one. Hopefully we can just get out of the group, though. If we can get something against Valencia here and beat Benfica, put us in a decent spot. A 1-1. I'm not seeing anything else on there. Benfica and Leverkusen drew, so that's good on us. If we can beat Benfica, I think we're through pretty much. Final scout reports coming in, which is good. We need as many as we can get. We got Benfica coming in now. Hopefully we can beat them and move on. It's a 2-2. And the other one doesn't show anything. I'm not sure we got through there. 3 draws, not great. But we did get through to the semifinal, which is good. So we got a little bit of prize money. And we moved on just a touch. Or we've moved on into the next round. Esposito we're going to grow here. That way we can have Esposito, you know, ready and rolling very quickly. And since we have 4 spots, a lot of scout reports here, as interest is shown in Tete, but that means everything should be set and ready to go in terms of what we're looking at in the transfer. So let's go to the transfer hub, and everybody is set and ready to go, which is good. So Kanate and Faro grow very well. Ake grows a little bit. Eric Bailly doesn't grow as much, but he's, you know, ready right now, so we'll see. But we're going to look at the right backs here, and I'm leaning Atal. He would cost about 15 million. Pereira, see, I'm not sure we can spend that money on our right back. Atal's going to grow, I believe. Tete's on the same kind of area, though Tete's just moved to Burnley, so we are going to go ahead and remove him from the short list. Some of these players in here are ready to roll to 63 million for Insigne, 50 million for some of these players, so we're gonna have to afford our way through. It's gonna be difficult, but we'll see. But let's try 15 million and 21 million here for Atal. I believe he's the best option for money. He grows very well, can play all along the right side. If we want to really, if we move from 5 at the back to 3 at the back and then move the wing backs out wide, you know, we'll have to see on that. But we'll start around 14 million and see what they say. Looking for 20. Let's counter. Propose a new transfer fee. What about 16.4? What are we looking at here? They're comfortable with 16.4, so that's pretty good to what it was. And if we can get his wages as low as possible, that would also help us a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Rotate. He only wants rotation, which is good, but he's probably going to be the starter on that right-hand side. 4-year contract, which is good because we may not be here 4 years. Not looking to be here 4 years. As Atal goes in, his salary. See, this is the. He's currently on 24. So do we go for 30? And a signing bonus. He's comfortable with it. So £30,000 is not too bad. And we've gotten ourselves our right back early on here. So let's go on and take a look. If we have a third right back, we may move Ambrosio on. We do. We have Lazaro. So we may get a little bit of money. I think we're going to move Ambrosio on. He is 30, and we've got Lazaro as the backup. I think we're going to move D'Ambrosio on. And unfortunately for this, I can't be too sentimental. So we're going to have to go ahead and just get ready and move him on. Where is he? Right back. We have a lot of center backs too. Well, we have 5, which is probably a good number. 6 is probably a good number, really, for what this is. Add to transfer list. D'Ambrosio. Perisic is on loan. Could we end the loan of Alexis Sanchez? We could. No, never mind. I'm not gonna bother paying $1 million to get him out. Could I recall Icardi? It's 1.2 million. Do I recall Icardi? I hadn't even thought about that. Could I? Alright, so what I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to terminate the loan for Sanchez because I don't need him, and then recall Icardi from loan? How about that? And now we've got them back, and we've got a striker here, so we don't need to go for the striker, so we've paid $1 million and gotten the extra bump there. We're going to add you to the loan list. How else are we looking here? Not bad, not bad. DeMarco we can add to the loan list. It may just take a touch of wage, which is pretty much where we want to be. And then Bernie. Probably won't get anything, but that's something he can do. So we've got Icardi in the team now. I'm actually probably going to keep him on the bench for the moment. We'll see as we move forward with Icardi, but Icardi's always been difficult for me to play with. But having that option to not go and find another striker is good, so we'll keep him around, and we're going to end up rotating anyway. Martinez, Lukaku, Politano, and Icardi. It's a good set of players to have. Safe changes and move forward. So I think we've done a decent amount of business there. $2 million to get Sanchez out and bring Icardi back. Not bad. And then we paid $15 million or $16 million to bring Atal in. And we'll see if D'Ambrosio leaves. Let's see what he says. I can't guarantee you play time, which makes him feel better. He's happy. Glad we're aligned. Alright, so everybody's kind of okay. D'Ambrosio's a bit sad, but unfortunately, I cannot be sentimental for this. As we beat Dortmund, our first win comes in the semifinal against Dortmund. Brozovic and Atal scoring on his debut. Excuse my cat. My son, he loves that blanket. Can't stop it. As a transfer offer for Icardi comes in. If we get maybe if we get an absurd amount for Icardi, we just move Icardi on, and then we can spend a little bit of money on a striker. Let's see how much this offer comes in as. Transfer offer for Bernie. I've ignored the Icardi one. Is that Leipzig? We're going to let him go for that. Icardi. What have they offered? 64 million. We're going to delegate this. Won't sell player for under 84. I'm comfortable with 84 million. I don't think I've actually ever sold a player in FIFA for that much money before. So, but I'm comfortable with that because if he's not going to start, Lautaro Martinez just feels better. And, yeah, we'll have to keep it at that. But we've got Valencia in the final. We may get a little bit of money here. Transfer offer for D'Ambrosio, 5 million. We're going to delegate this just a touch. See if we can get closer to 8. But 5 is okay. I'm comfortable with that because that would just mean D'Ambrosio and 10 million for Atal, which is pretty good business. Can we get the win in the final? Get ourselves a little bit of extra money. We lose on pens. Ugh. Twice that game drew 2-2. But we lose on pens, which penalties. Which is a little bit upsetting, but not too huge of a deal. As a transfer offer comes in for Valero, and we're going to keep him around, I feel. Just for the year at least. And hopefully he does a good job for us. But he is 34. Loan offer for DeMarco. Off to Anderlecht. Let's reject. Broken down delegations for D'Ambrosio. They considered it. That's a bit much because 5.3 million I was comfortable with, and they've backed off after that. That's a bit much. A bit much. But we're flying through at the moment. And not enough is going on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. Let me know how you feel about the cam option. I'm going to find some strikers as well, just in case Icardi leaves for a huge sum of money. We'll have to put some strikers on there, some strikers that are hopefully going to grow into some proper good players. We've got Politano. Esposito is going to grow, so we don't need a really, really good striker, but but we'll see, guys. So hopefully you guys are excited. I'm excited for the new Inter series. Hopefully you guys are too. But that is it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.